Hey, how's it hanging everybody? My name is Ollotize and today we are going to be taking a look at how to build my top 3 easy and creative interchanges for starting a new city. So, we have 3 interchanges that I will quickly show you how to build, have a quick overlook and then successfully start a city with each interchange to prove that their cost isn't too high for a new city start. Then we will turn on unlimited money and unlock all milestones so that we can get a look at the interchanges with highways instead of the basic starting roads, and also have a look at some decorating options and discuss each interchange's pros and cons. Then at the end of the video we will look at each interchange placed at the entrance of a well populated and very busy city. So without further ado, let's get on with the first interchange. Right, so to start off with, we're going to come out by 20 tiles, with the blue line indicating that you have hit 10 tiles. Now we're going to go down underground by 10 tiles, and whilst underground we're going along another 10 tiles. Coming out from underground, another 10 tiles, and then we're going to be going along 20 tiles. Now, once you've done that, you want to find a centre point between your two roads and just do a 10 tile line there. We're going to use this to build a 5x5 tile roundabout around this. We're then going to put a little cross in this roundabout to ensure that it keeps its shape when we add our roads later on. Now, just where it goes underground along this road, we want to take that node and get a little road 5x5 coming up along next to it on all 4 sides. You then want to go just over the arrow and get a slightly curved road just by 1 tile that curves out and links up to all of these roads. We then want to make sure all of this is facing the right way. And we're then going to connect these roads onto our main roads at the cost of 320 on every side. Now we want to bring out a 4-lane avenue on each side by 20 units or 20 tiles. And then we want a straight road coming off, going over onto our avenue. When the blue lines pop up, that is indicating that you have hit the 45-degree angle and it's a straight road. We want to do that on all 4 sides, flipping the roads around, making sure they're going the right way. We're now removing our crosses from the middle of the roundabout, and our first intersection is done. Now, I'm going to begin building a starting city to show that the cost of the interchange isn't too high and that you still have enough money to succeed in starting a city, but you will need to be careful with your money. And there we have it, the city has been successfully started. And now I will show you what the interchange will look like with upgraded highway roads. So let's look at some decorating possibilities. So I usually quite like to raise up the centre of my roundabouts a little bit and get some trees and bushes and some rocks and that in there, and sometimes even circle it off with a fence. You can even put fences up in along between the highways, if you like. And it depends on what you're going for. You could line your roads with trees, or bushes, or even rocks. So, let's take a look at pros and cons for this interchange. For pros, we've got good space for decoration, which there is a lot of open space around the interchange for decorating it and making it look pretty and whatnot. Second, we've got easy to build off at a 45-degree angle, which there are 4 roads going all the way around this intersection that are at a 45-degree angle, and it gives you a good chance to build off so you're not always on the same angle with the rest of your city. And last, we've got good traffic control. And now over to cons. Roundabouts aren't great with high traffic volume. It's not very compact, which it isn't, but the pro for fighting that is that you've got a good space for decoration. And finally, high cost. You want to be careful with it, especially if you're starting a new city. You want to, count your pennies. So now let's get on with interchange number 2. So we're going to start by coming out 20, turning off the zoning, and then using the zoning to get 4 tiles away from our first bits of road. Then we're going to create this little hook looking thing here that gives us another 4 tile space between that and the large avenue we've put in the centre there. We're going to make sure these line up and then go another 20 off that road. Delete those little bits that we no longer need. And link these all up, just using straight roads. Now we're going to get a 4-lane avenue going across the centre of the 4-lane avenue in the middle. We're then going to get this node here and just go 4 tiles up on each side, heading towards the centre. Then we're going to do a 5x5 curve heading out on all sides. Now we're going to link those up, and this is what we've got so far. Now we're going to turn on zoning and start building a little bit of area that we're going to build on later on. Now we're going to extend these 4-lane avenues out, and we're going to come off these 4-lane avenues, making a little bridge just going out, and the cost is going to be around 660, and then going down to ground level, then repeating that on all 4 sides. Then linking those up by the cost of 360 to the main road. Then we're going to flip all the roads around, make sure they're facing the right way. And then extend these 4-lane avenue bridges out down to ground level, and then start building a grid around the edge of all this. And there is our second interchange built. I am now going to start a small city to prove that we have enough money left over after building the interchange to start a city successfully. And there we have it. The city has been successfully started. Now I'm going to unlock unlimited money and all the milestones so that we can have a look at what the interchange looks like with highways instead of the basic roads. Right, so it has all been upgraded to a highway, and now we're going to take a quick look at some decorating options. So we have plenty of room for fences and some bushes and trees and whatnot. You could line a lot of the roads, especially the bits underneath the bridge, with trees. Although it is a compact interchange, there's still a decent amount of room to play around with and make it look pretty. So let's take a quick look at the pros and cons of this interchange. So the first pro is that it's very compact, which it is. It's also cheaper than the other two interchanges that we are doing today. Personally, in my opinion, it's cool looking, and it's got decent traffic flow. Now the cons are there's not much room for decorations. There's still a decent little bit of room, just not much room compared to the other two. And it's got a higher potential for traffic to trail back onto the main highway, where two of the roads are connecting straight into zoning. Right, let's check out our third and final interchange. Right, so to start off with, we are going to go 20 units out from our starting road, 10 units underground, whilst underground 10 units, then back up by 10 units and along 20 units. Then we're going to do that the same on the other side, linking back up with the other starting road. Then we're going to try and find our centre point between the two roads, and then off that centre point road we just made, we are going to try and find the centre point of that, so we can have another two highways running. We're going to come off from there by 30, delete those two little roads, and then do the same on the other side and delete the centre point roads. Now we're going to come off next to this tunnel by 7 units or tiles and start another road down here by 10 units and do a little 3x3 curve linking them up, and another 3x3 curve linking onto the central highway. Now we're going to do the same over the other side. And doing a little road in the middle so we always know where those roads are meant to join up to that highway. And here I believe I have to delete some of what I've just done, but if you're smart, then you'll do it the other way around and not have to delete roads you've already put down. So we're going 10 units underground there, and then put in the road back in that we just deleted. Then we're going to go another, get 5 units there, try and get the centre point between the two highway roads going over this, and then do a 5x5 curve. Then we're going to come back up 10 units. And then repeat that process on the other side. Now we're going to do a 3x3 curve linking these two up, and the same over that side. And we're going to put another road there just in case we need to remember where these two roads link up. We're going to link all of these roads at the cost of 320, then ensuring that everything is facing the right way. Then we're going to delete the little two roads in the middle there, and that is our third intersection finished. And for the last time, I'm going to begin building a starting city to show you that the cost of the interchange isn't too high and that you'll have enough money to succeed in starting a city. And there we have it, we are now a little hamlet. I am now going to unlock unlimited money and all milestones so we can get a look at the interchange with highways instead of basic stud and roads. And here is the interchange with highways. So, for the last time, let's take a look at some decorating options. So you can get fences running in between all the tunnels or line them with trees. You get rocks running up through the centre of the whole highway, which I think would look good for a beach effect if you're having this interchange near a beach. So let's take a quick look at the pros and cons. Over on pros we've got reasonably compact, and personally I think it's pretty good looking. I can imagine seeing this in a well built up city centre. Over on cons we've got very expensive. It is, I did struggle to get to the milestone of Hamlet, but I did actually make it, and you can too. And the traffic flow isn't great. Where the tunnels come out and cross over the highway in the middle, it's gonna build up a bit of traffic there. Okay, now let's get a look at our 3 interchanges at the start of a very busy city. Now, let me welcome you to the beautiful city of Roaringham, where the traffic is absolutely awful. And that is probably due to the fact that there is only one highway connection to the city. And I think that that is the perfect place for us to test our 3 interchanges. This is a very well populated city. It has 62,000 people, and we are pretty close to the last milestone. So let's try out interchange number 1. So I've made a slight change to interchange number 1. Around the roundabout I changed it so that it has its own slip roads coming on and off the roundabout basically, as they were slowing down a bit too much to turn off at their junction. And this just helps the traffic flow a little bit better. I think it's doing pretty well so far, but we'll leave it to run for a minute and see how it gets on. And now let's take a look at interchange number 2. I can see a couple of slight issues with this one. The bridge going over the top, the traffic's not running too great there, it's not terrible. And the traffic running in underneath the bridge, linking back up with the other lane on the left there going into the city, it's just a bit of a build up where they're trying to cross over lanes. But as you can see, it can clear out quite easily, it comes and goes. But also you've got to remember how much traffic is using this road, as it's the only way into this city. So for that reason I really don't think it's actually doing too bad. And now for our final interchange, interchange number 3. As I'm sure you can see, the tunnel coming out over on the right hand side there is having troubles getting across over to the other side of the highway. So what I decided to do was make sort of like a U-bend at the end, so we've got sort of like an oval roundabout situation going on, and I cut out those roads and the traffic seems to be flowing so much better now. But overall I'm quite happy with how it looks, and I think it's actually working pretty well. So I think if I had to pick my favourite, I would probably go with Interchange number 1. If you guys have a favourite, let me know what yours is down in the comments. I hope this video has helped you pick an interchange for your city. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to see more videos like this and future City Skylines 2 videos, then why not subscribe? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!